Welcome back to another vlog, you guys. Happy Monday. It is so beautiful outside, as you can see. Beautiful sunny day in California. I'm out here getting my morning workout in on this beautiful Monday, and it feels so good. I just wanted to share with you guys what was on my heart out here as I just come out here to clear my mind this morning and just talk. I've been super consistent with my YouTube channel lately. Check out my community, check out my shorts tab, also check out my videos from the last week to stay up to date with me. So if you guys already do that, then you know what I'm about to talk about. If you guys don't know, I just decided to end a relationship. Not really end a relationship, but end a relationship. So let me get more into it. I haven't been super transparent about my situation, but in 2019 I got married, and then COVID hit. Crazy time for all of us. We had to stay in the house, but I feel like it was such a good time to get to know your partner, and so I got a really good close-up on what my life was to be like if I was to continue on with this person. So we got pregnant really fast, and I would say a couple months into our marriage we got pregnant. I just decided to call it quits with somebody that I wanted to try to rekindle things with, and I knew I shouldn't have. I knew I shouldn't have. When I say I know I shouldn't have, all the signs were there, but I dismissed it and just felt like it would be so nostalgic to have this beautiful love story that ended with all the haters and naysayers shoving it up there because me and this person decided to work it out. So I ultimately convinced myself that this was the thing that I wanted to do. I decided for the holidays to allow this person to come to my home, and we try to rekindle things with therapy obviously being at the forefront. Now, we were going to start therapy at the top of the year as a goal of ours, but we did not make it that far because during the time that he stayed with us, with my kids and I, everything was revealed. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a couple flags that you should never ignore when you're getting to know somebody, or if you already know someone that are demonstrating certain characteristics or traits that you may not want, but you don't have the desire to leave. This is your confirmation that you should never ignore it. So let's begin. Sign number 1, emotional unavailability. So if a person is showing traits of emotional unavailability, it may look like every time you want to talk, they are dismissing your actions, your words, or changing the subject when you speak, not acknowledging the fact that what you said may have a valid stance or not. They just completely ignoring what you're saying, not even just acting like they didn't even hear it. Certain things a person may not want to talk about for many different reasons, but if a person's just flat out doing this to you at all times, every time you want to speak, every time you have something to say, every night at pillow talk, every time you guys go out and there's a serious conversation that needs to be had, they are completely just ignoring you. Do not dismiss this as anything other than a red flag. It is the number 1 red flag that will lead to heartbreak. I am convinced. So speaking from personal experience, this has happened to me many times with the same person, and I ignored it for so long until I just kept quiet. And there was a part of me that went unseen because of the fact that I didn't want to stir up anything. I didn't want to feel like I was going to jeopardize the relationship or anything. So I just decided that I was not going to speak on things that really bothered me in the relationship. So if you are in this situation, my heart aches for you. Sign number 2. So if a person that you have just started to date is not ever talking about their past, I know that maybe you may not want to know about their past in full detail. But when you're getting to know somebody, I think their past gives you a good representation of who they may be as you get to know them in the relationship for yourself. But if a person is not willing to speak on any aspect of their past, who they dated, maybe why it ended before you, the relationship ended before you, if they're hiding their friends, if they're hiding those aspects of self, there's a reason for that. Why do you think that they are doing that? To keep you from getting to know the real them. And sooner or later in the relationship, the mask will come off, and then you'll have to deal with that. So I just want you to be mindful of things like if they're hiding aspects of themselves that they don't want you to know, it is a number one sign that you should run for the hills, baby. Because if in a case of emergency, if anything happens and you don't know anything about them, you guys are not married, you don't have their contacts, their mom contact or their father contact or their friends contact, because you don't know anything about them, then how do you feel when something happens? How would you feel if something happened to that person and they were no longer able to contact you, but you were not able to get in contact with a loved one on their behalf? How would you feel? Just think about it. Y'all, I'm gonna slow down. I'm walking fast. I'm breathing hard. But sign number 3 that is a red flag in a relationship, a potential partnership, or just a dating phase is that they cannot resolve conflict about little things. A person who has the ability to resolve conflict is going to have a solution-based mind, right? So a person who is not able to resolve conflict, even about the smallest things, then what do you think is going to happen if you guys continue? And obviously bigger things are going to come up. Like, nobody just doesn't argue. There are healthy ways to argue. But if a person cannot resolve conflict in small things, then it is a red flag that they will not be able to sustain a relationship when big matters come up, when big situations happen, because that happens in every relationship, right? We know that. But if they are unable to resolve small conflicts and they are either dismissive, or they just want to brush it under the rug, or they just want to change to the subject, that is a characteristic trait. That is a characteristic flaw in itself. If you cannot resolve conflict in a healthy manner, in a small way, when small things come up, then how are you going to be able to resolve those things when big things arise in any situation? So I just want you to think about that when you're getting yourself into a situation or a relationship or a dating thing where you may like that person and you're just ignoring those red flags that are popping up back to back to back to back, because it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. And that is speaking from personal experience. This is just my experience. I'm just sharing my experience, that it will help somebody else out there to just read the signs and act accordingly, okay? And yeah, I was saying that I decided to rekindle something that ended up being a dead end, and I knew it because I was just ignoring all of the red flags, all of the signs for so many years, guys. This did not happen to me for months. This happened to me for a couple of years, and I'm not embarrassed, because at the end of the day, the way that I feel right now, the liberation that I feel knowing that in a sense there has been closure for me. I am not going back to the situation ever, no matter the circumstance, no matter the holiday that come around, like no matter what. I can stand in my truth knowing that I got the closure that I needed. It may not have been the way that I wanted to, but there ain't no doubling back around for this lesson, baby. I told the universe, thank you. I got it. Okay? So I'm hoping that this video, me sharing my experience, can help you in some way. And if it did, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. I upload about so many different things on my channel, and I would just hate for you to miss a gem like this. So don't forget to hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.